reduced calcium sulfate, you don't have to pay so much money for somebody to take it out of your premises. There's a huge amount of benefits. I've been talking to people for quite some time, but not even a single company came forward to do trials with us. I think it's basically the mindset, lack of innovation, process innovation in the soft oil industry. These are the fundamental reasons. So unless it gets a stamp either by Dismet or by Alpha Level, I don't think this technology will ever see the light. And the chemical refining side. On the physical refining side, again, people have a lot of fear that the soft oils cannot remain shelf stable if it is physical refining because of impurities. But then the technology has evolved. Today it's possible to make high quality shelf stable oil even through physical refining. Maybe
Hello.
color could be a little bit on the higher side.
Mr. Rao, I would like to interrupt you. That's
Sorry?
I'm interrupting you a bit lot.
Yeah.
As you have mentioned, there's rice bran oil refining, it's physical refining particularly. That's being done by this enzymatic degumming and is well accepted in India. And why not others? That's what.
Yeah.
A very, genuine question. But if you introspect yourself, you will have the answer for this. The reason here, this in rice bran oil, with this enzymatic refining, the process economics with this one, and the process economics of doing the enzymatic refining of the normal oils, that process economics, and the capex involved, and the future cost of the enzymes. With these three parameters you compare.
I've done that.
People don't want to go for the risk of this.
I have done that. Only after doing all that exercise, I'm saying whatever I'm saying right now.
If you want, first you listen what I am saying, then
okay.
you start yours.
Okay.
Okay. So if you compare this one, everyone, no businessman is fool that he will not start this one. Okay. Because that is the basically, I tell there is 100 rupees benefit we have, who will come for that? Rice bran oil case is that there is a substantial difference. If someone is, for having the quality rice bran oil, one has to either do the chemical refining for light color. If there is a light color, there only is the acceptance in the market. Also another part that is a original and this one, so physical refining is must in that. I mean, there is a must need to have this physically refined rice bran oil in the market and this acceptability in the market. But that is not the case in this one. Other oils like soybean oil, like look at the seed oil of soybean oil. Like say 0.5% FFA oil, which is soybean oil, whether you do it chemically refined or enzymatically refined, hardly makes difference. If you reduce your enzymes cost, if you make it economical, then this thing, and also the guarantee for next 10 years, we will keep the same cost. And you will see the difference, I tell you. Are you enzyme people are ready for this one? You see,
can I answer you
within
now?
a 6 months time, you will find the sea change.
Can I answer you now?
Yeah. Now we start.
Yeah. Okay. Number one, when you look at the cost and when you look at the gain, it's the net is profitability and the profit per ton of oil. I am talking of enzyme assisted chemical refining of soya oil at the current prices of refined oil, crude oil, enzyme price, and the chemicals. A net benefit of about 200 rupees per ton of oil is very much possible. That's one point. Second point is, we are only addressing about 0.2%, 0.3% of phospholipids through enzyme. And how much value 0.3% phospholipids can hold per ton of oil? It cannot hold more than 200 rupees. I cannot deliver you 1000 rupees profit. 200 rupees profit, at the same time, much better quality effluent, much less chemicals in your effluent. Is that not good enough for you to shift on your process to move towards sustainability? Is it not good enough for you? That's one. Second, wait a minute. One more thing I would like to quote Dr. Mark Kellens. I was just talking to him last week in Kanpur. And what he told me a very interesting thing. The refining industry looks for huge profits per ton of oil, but they miss the point that even small savings, when you take a plant of say 100 tons or 500 tons per day, if you calculate on 500 tons volume basis, it becomes significant. If you calculate on annual basis, it becomes even more significant. Suppose if you spend an X amount of money for the capital cost, And if that exempt of money is returned in 3 years' time, if payback is 3 years, after 3 years you are only getting profits lifetime. The plant is not going to be closed in 3 years. It will be functioning for about 30, 40 years. So why don't you look at that? You're going to make net profit for another 25 years, 27 years. So why are you missing that? This is what he told me, and actually I really felt very thrilled when I heard that. I think this is what the plant suppliers need to focus upon when they try to sell new technologies and their plants. Not immediate gain just
Okay.
for that day, yeah?
Rao, I think we have to move on because probably you can discuss one-to-one and then a lot of people will be there to discuss. I would like to have some Alex's viewpoint in 2 minutes because they're also plant supplier and what are their view from European point of view and from Indian point of view. Alexi?
Thank you. For me, very difficult to answer what is the reason why enzymatic degamine does not take place in India or it goes very slow. But I can say in a way that I see, or from my opinion, why it is going to other part of the world. There are a few things. Number one, enzyme producers, they started to pay attention to this business. They started to get department which would take care of the enzymes for these industries, and they have it in their focus. Number two, the profit of oil, or if you see in the terms like using enzymes in general, it brings you the losses, I would say most effective or most lowest losses you can get. So therefore, focusing on the reducing losses, this is also bring people to use enzymatic processes more and more. And the third one is, it is true, wherever oil is damaged or it is very difficult to process, there are no way to fix oil by enzymatic routine except chemical. Chemical can fix a lot of things. But we see today the quality of oil generally getting better, better, and better. So therefore, there are no really needs constantly use harsh way of treatment. So therefore, enzymatic route will be taken soon as well in India also. So therefore, for me, is quality of oil, better quality of oil, it's better or easier to process to the enzymatic route as well.
Thank you, Alexi. Probably rest of the discussion will go on and on because we have some
can I
time
add
limit and we have to follow the trend because everybody kept to their time, so we have to keep to our time also. Now coming to the DDGS, I think I will request Mr. Jhunjhunwala to say something on that. What should be done? How industry will come out of this a huge problem? I would say a dinosaur for oil industry.
This DDGS is a latest concept in India because Government of India is focusing more and more ethanol production, and the feedstock available in India is primarily maize and rice, and DDGS is not a new product as far as world is concerned. Brazil and US is already producing it, but in India, its current production is around 3 million tons and increasing every year 1 to 1.5 million tons, and within 2 years we are going to have more than 5 to 7 million tons. And this is primarily a very disruptive for the oil mill industry because as far as my understanding goes, it's a good product. And currently, the feed industry, particularly cattle feed, is using around 10% in their formulation, which may go up to 20%. So if that consumption is to be set off, then the oil mill prices and oil mill consumption will be a bottleneck. And overall, the oil production, vegetable oil production, is increasing across the globe, but the protein is not getting consumed. So protein is having a glut. Protein means oil mills is having a glut all over the world, and the prices are going crashing like anything. And DDGS in India is giving competition to that oil mill, to our exports, and the local consumption is getting hurt very badly. The DDGS prices has also crashed $100 in the last 3 to 4 months. And here the competitive meals, particularly soya, which is selling at a rate of around 25 rupees from 35. The mustard meal is selling at 14 rupees from 20 rupees. The rice bran, which is 12 to 13 rupees, is now selling as 8 rupees. So we have a very serious problem. And what are the solutions that we need to evolve with the government and with the industry? And definitely the DDGS is going to get the preference over other meals.
I think that is, anybody else have any comment? Because I think DDGS is something related to solar extraction plant, and Mr. Junjunwala was ex-president of SCA, and I think they must be addressing the issue very well. I would suggest that after this panel discussion is over, I'll be grateful if all of you put some point and write a mail to us, so that on the basis of that we can make a white paper and probably forward it to government to take some actions on that. I think we have 5 minutes left now, and any question, if there, and very important question, if is there,
Sir,
it is open for you.
sir, one question. Sir, my question to Junjunwala sir, should government think of revising the MSP prices, because this crush margins are getting squeezed day by day. So they should be considering certain consideration over the MSP prices.
MSP prices of mustard.
No, for all oilseed like cotton, mustard, soya.
Actually, soya is presently prevailing much below the MSP, and we are talking to government, we are writing to the government to do something, but government is already, every time they are assuring us that we will do, we are thinking about it, but the current mustard season harvesting has already started rather. So this is a very burning issue, and the farmers as well as industry is in trouble. Let's see what government has in mind, maybe something better.
Maybe as oil technologists, we can find some solution propagating the disadvantage of using a DDGS over the conventional
Actually,
feedstock.
that is what industry is doing from the last 1 year. But that is not a correct
not
solution,
succeeding.
because DDGS, it's a good product. Only thing hampering that DDGS consumption is the oil in it.
Correct. Yes.
The proper way is that you have to extract the remaining corn oil by solvent extraction from the DDGS, and the DDGS DOC is the correct product to be marketed to the feed industry. That is the way. So that anyway is this ethanol manufacturers are going to put it, the plants or any solvent extraction, many solvent extraction are doing it right now also.
But
So-
sir, this will create another big issue for the crush
No,
industry.
instead, my suggestion is that government should curtail the ethanol price, so that the ethanol manufacturing industry should focus on better quality DDGS. And the way the present DDGS price is around 12 rupees, the maize DDGS price is around 12 rupees, and this rice DDGS price is around 17, 18 rupees. So that all depends upon supply and demand, because government has allocated lot more rice to the ethanol industry. So the prices of rice DDGS has came down from 25 to 18 rupees per kg. Similarly, the maize is currently running high because of the high prices of the corn, of the maize. But sooner or later it will go down below 12. Then what will happen to the other DOCs? So my point is that in the long run, government has to focus how much subsidy has to give to ethanol and how much focus to the DDGS, so that the meal should be at least disposed of.
Thank you very much, sir.
I think this DDGS issue to government is just like this. I'll put it in one share that, "ए गालिब तूने ये क्या कर दिया? ए गालिब तूने ये क्या कर दिया? धूल चेहरे पे थी, मैं आईना साफ करता रहा." I will explain to you afterwards. Okay, I think any other question? Please.
I just want to check whether the FSSI has done any work on the pesticide residue in cold pressed oil? Because my wife always says she wanted to get cold pressed oil. I say no, it may contain more pesticide. The way I have seen the pesticide is being used in oil seeds. Cold pressed oil is supposed to have much more pesticide than the refined oil. Has any work has been done by any agency to estimate what exactly is the pesticide residue in all the cold pressed oil? Thank you.
Any comment?
I think I don't have much idea. I think there must be some reports on coal pressed oil.